No. All right, welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone.
We're so glad you're here with us. Tonight's class is all about the power to move, and we are the ones that are going to be co-leading this class tonight. We're Gary and Carrie Salmons, and we're here in Columbus, Ohio. And we are we've been sharing dōTERRA and teaching classes around the country, around the world, actually for about over 13 years now. And this topic is one that is a fan favorite. I think it's one that actually we haven't done this particular class ever. We created this slide deck brand new, but we've incorporated a lot of concepts that we've sprinkled in to classes through the years. And so what we're planning on doing is the whole entire month of March, our team, we want to be focusing on the power to move. And we're launching this emphasis tonight with this special continuing ed class. This is the one and only continuing ed, team-wide continuing ed that we have planned for March. And we are going to, but we want you to be engaging all month long. Yeah. And we're going to give you some different ways that you can be engaging with the power to move and the inspiration to get your body moving. And we know that this is a topic that some of you love and others of you maybe cringe. Maybe you're like, oh, I know I should be moving more, but you have a lot of excuses and a lot of probably really good excuses why it's hard to be consistent, to be intentional, to move your body. I'm one of those people that, once I started homeschooling our kids several years ago, I didn't have time to go to my favorite gym anymore. And at the time that I was going, and it's just easy for a lot of those very real excuses to creep in. And so we've got to get creative with how we move. And we've got to actually, what we're hoping to do tonight is give you all sorts of reasons why you're going to end this class and you're like, yes, I want to move my body. I'm so convinced and convicted of the facts made so clear to me that I have to make it
and
part
everybody's at a different place, right? You could be someone who doesn't move much at all for various reasons, or you're already fairly active. This will hit all of us. Okay?
Yeah.
Everyone in between.
So real quick though, because this is our one chance to get in front of everybody at the very beginning of the month, we want to just quickly go through a couple of announcements. These are the dōTERRA's promotions that they just launched yesterday. So it's the beginning of March, and there's dōTERRA is also focusing on nutrition and the power to move and movement. And so they've tried to incorporate, you're going to see dōTERRA sprinkling in this content all throughout the month as well. Yep. And so for anybody that does 125 PV order by the 15th of the month, you're going to get 3 of the sample packets of the fiber. A lot of people have never tried these before, and I love the way it tastes. We actually add this into our smoothies all the time. I like it so much that I can just take it straight in water. It tastes like it has apple extract in it. Yeah. So it's delicious. Get this in your next order if you haven't tried it. And if you do, these are for sharing. Okay. Gary, tell them what we have planned next week.
Next week from today, we have our, Carrie and I did aspiring leaders training, and many of our other leaders with us for many years. And we moved it to online, and we kind of stopped doing it. We made it into different forms. We are bringing it back likely on a monthly basis. Okay. And this is going to be online. So this is for anyone who has any interest whatsoever in sharing, whether you're currently sharing dōTERRA or have never shared dōTERRA, anyone who wants to dig into that more. All right. So join us. It's going to be a fun, interactive class. We'll go fairly deep in next week's class, and there will be lots of great prizes. So join us for the prizes.
We don't have the registration link on here, but we can drop that later in the chat for all of you.
We'll be sending out invitations.
It's going to be in the Facebook group. It's going to be in the text reminders. It's going to be in the emails. So be sure to read those and open those from us. And just as a reminder, all month long, we're going to be doing engagement on the power to move. And with all these little announcements we're telling you about, that the main hub where you can see all these announcements and engage with one another and have that accountability is in our team Facebook group. And we know that all of our leaders also have their own special team Facebook groups that we hope you're engaging in, but we want to make sure you're all in Team Healthy Essentials. So if you're not yet in Team Healthy Essentials Facebook group, we put a QR code so that you can easily scan that. Or you can type in that little bit.ly link. You can screenshot this page if you're currently watching this from the device that you would screenshot and you can't grab the bit.ly link. But please join Team Healthy Essentials and turn your notifications on, because this is where we want to be engaging with all of you. Yep. Okay. I was really inspired this week. My sister, Natalie, she shared with me this fantastic video from a woman that maybe some of you have heard of before. Her name is Johanna, and she is the oldest living, still competitive gymnast. She's 97 years old and she lives in Germany. And I don't think we have time to actually play her video. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe we can sprinkle it in at the end if we have time, because
it's astounding.
She's so inspiring. And
she moves literally like a 25-year-old. It's amazing.
And she shares on the video, she was inducted into the Guinness Book of World Records.
She's 98 years old.
She's 97.
97.
Yeah. And she's still competing in these gymnastics competitions. And she just talks about how she's able to do that because she's diligent to move her body every day. And she said, you don't have to spend money. You don't need a membership to the gym. And she shares in some of the videos of just some of the simple little exercises that she does every day when she wakes up in her bed. You can tell she's like moving her shoulders and her hips and her knees and doing handstands and cartwheels every day. Yeah. But because she's stayed active, she's had an active lifestyle. She took some time off actually, and then got back into it. And she is going to live I can't even imagine how long she's going to live when you see how healthy she is. Yeah. Such an inspiration. So the flow of this, Gary and I are going to team teach this first part. And then we really want you all to make sure you stay plugged in, because the second half of this class, we have multiple of our leaders that we're going to actually let them share their own screen. And they're going to do some demonstrations for us on simple, creative ways that you can move your body in the comfort of your own home for free. Yeah. And maybe just get some fresh new ideas that'll inspire you all.
All right. So we all know, we've heard our whole lives that movement is good. That's obviously the focus of today's class. As Carrie mentioned, we're going to hear a lot of different creative ways that we can move our bodies. This is the next few slides I'm going to do kind of from my perspective, the ways that I like to move and the ways that I know of that are very effective for our bodies and for our health. All right. So think about steps per day. You've probably heard of this concept. If you don't move much at all, start with 4,000 steps per day. I remember when I used to work at Nationwide Insurance here in downtown Columbus. Back in the day, they had these little plastic things you'd wear on your belt, and they would bounce up and down. And with each step you took, it would take a record of your steps. And it would be a competition in the office to see who could have more steps in the day, because the more steps you had and registered, the lower your health insurance bill was that month. So it was very motivating for all of us. But steps are important. That's why those health insurance companies do that. So, start at 4,000 if you don't move much. A goal is 10,000, but even at 7,000 steps per day, you're reducing your morbidity by 50%. Right. So another idea is to take short walks throughout your day. So if you are someone who does, I for many hours a day will sit in front of a laptop and get work done. But make it a habit to periodically get up, maybe every half hour, and walk around, go outside and walk around the building a couple times, or just one time, and keep my body moving. Another good goal is to walk 30 minutes per day. Now, you can start doing it 3 days per week, but Carrie and I actually, and it's a good time for us to spend together. When we have 30 minutes, we will take, our neighborhood is a loop. And if we walk our loop 2 times, it takes us 30 minutes, and actually, she's a power walker. So I'm always a few steps behind her, but that's a great thing to do. Also, we've mentioned this in our Meta Power classes, take a walk after your largest meal. It'll lower your blood sugar levels, which is a great thing. If you, in the wintertime, if you don't want to walk outside, get a treadmill, walk inside. You can stand at your desk. Sitting down is not good for us, especially for long periods of time. It weakens our joints, our muscles. It slows down our cardiovascular system, slows down our metabolism. So it's not good to be sedative. Is that the right word? Sedative. And this can be, and I've seen lots of people mentioning this in the chat, what they do. People garden. It can be housework. It can be yard work. Just the idea is to be moving, whatever that is for you. And I think it's just good to be reminded of that, because we do have to be intentional about it. Otherwise, we've gotten really comfortable in our modern society, right? We've all seen the movie Wall-E, right? That's kind of an inspiring movie when you think about kind of where we're headed as a society. So we have to be intentional for sure. All right, so that's kind of the first level of movement. The second level of movement is thinking about, go ahead, more vigorous movement. All right, so once you've kind of established your regular movement routines, think about incorporating more vigorous movement. That's really going to get our heart and lungs going, and it's really going to boost our metabolism. So one goal you could have is to engage in something that causes you to lose your breath for 10 minutes, 3 times per week, okay? I got this tip from Dr. David Sinclair, who wrote the book Lifespan. He also has a podcast called Lifespan. I mentioned him in the Meta Power classes that we do. He's a foremost authority on longevity and health and happiness and all those things. But this is one that he recommends. What this does is it forces our bodies it goes through adversity, and it says, wow, this person's for real. I need to up level. And all kinds of great things happen when our bodies up level. Another recommendation is to get 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. So that's going to be biking. It could be running. It could be jogging. It could be swimming. It could be heavy yard work, something that really gets your heart and lungs going for a total of 75 minutes per week. You can spread it out throughout the week, 10 minutes a day, whatever that looks like for you. And then if you may already be working out, and you say, Gary, I already work out, I'm very, very active, but think about, are you really getting 75 minutes of vigorous work, of vigorous exercise per week? And if not, up level your workouts. Okay, we can move on.
I even put the picture of the jump rope in here because sometimes we overcomplicate it. Like some people are like, oh, it's too hard on my joints to be like running, or I don't have a bike that I like to ride, or I don't live in a safe area where I can whatever, it's not safe on the country roads I live in to go for a walk on the road or whatever. So don't overcomplicate it. Think about things that you can do for, it costs $5 to buy a jump rope, and just doing if you haven't done jump rope recently, for us ladies, make sure you go to the bathroom before you do it. And then, try and do jump rope for 10 minutes.
It'll take your breath. It will take your breath for sure.
Those little rebound trampolines that you can have, the little rebounders.
Or just running around with kids.
Yeah, just going
up and down stairs. Up and down stairs is a good one. Yeah.
You don't have to run up them. You can just walk up and down the stairs a bunch of times.
Sometimes I'll go to the bleachers at our local track at the high school, and you go up and down those things for 10 minutes and you will definitely reach your goals.
Yeah.
So all kinds of ideas. And then the third level. So we've got low to moderate movement, we've got vigorous exercise, and kind of third level you want to try to introduce, if you can, is strength or weight resistance. Okay, why do we want to focus on this? Because as we age, every year we lose 1% of our body mass, not body mass, but muscle mass. And as we, so we get weaker, and that as we get older, we're less able then to do the things that we want to do on a regular basis. So just like, what's her name from Germany? Johanna, she has kept her muscle strength very, very strong. She's very able.
Honestly, you look at her legs when we get to watch that video. I'm like, she has the best looking legs, and she's 90 years old.
Yeah. Another thing to think about is your hips. So you want lunges and squats and something to keep your leg muscles engaged, because our hips, as we get older, I turned 50 this year, but as we get older, we want to make sure our legs muscles are strong to protect our hips. Once our hips break, our morbidity levels go way up. So
we just want to keep,
healthy joints, right? And everything. So some ideas here, recommended 3 times per week. You can do weights in a gym. If you don't have weights, you can use bands, you can do Pilates, you can do plyometrics. I like to do 3 things. Okay. And this pretty much covers it with a fourth one. Push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. That for upper body, that pretty much covers everything. All right. So I'm covering all the muscles there. And then I can do lunges and maybe some squats too. And then as I age, I'll have all of those muscles engaged. When I need them, when I'm 80 years old, I can pick up my grandkids. Now, here's another tip for you. If you're like, Gary, I don't really know exactly what to do.
And
I don't.
What is plyometrics?
Yeah, plyometrics is when you're like, I could show you. It's like when you, like, if I'm doing a squat, can they see me? If I'm doing a lunge, plyometrics, and I'm gonna tell you in a minute where you can find out what it is. But plyometrics is gonna be like, you're using your weight. I told Carrie I was not going to do this.
Demonstrate for us.
Plyometrics is anytime you're using your body weight to like catch yourself. Like that's a prime example of plyometrics. But there's plyometrics training. But here's where you can find out, because that's a great segue to what I was about to share. All right. So you may say to yourself, I don't know exactly what workouts to do. I don't know what plyometrics is. I don't know what core workouts are. I don't have any gym equipment, and I'm not going to get a gym membership. Do this. Go on YouTube and simply type in 10-minute workout.
Well, we're going to share a really great resource with them at the end too.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them about this one though. Go to YouTube and type in 10-minute workout or 10-minute cardio workout. And there will be a whole slew of them. Pick your favorite. There's men, there's women, there's young people, old people, and do that and start with just one. Invariably, they're going to mix in for you the strength training that you need in that 10 minutes and the cardio. It's going to get your heart going. All right. And if you can do a 10-minute one, say 3 times a week, up level and do 2. I will typically do 2 or sometimes 3, particularly in the wintertime when I'm unable to go outside. So the benefits of this, you're going to have a strong core. You're going to be more capable as you age, hip strength we talked about, and also youthful hormone levels. So let's wrap this up for me. Benefits of movement and exercise. You're going to look and feel better. You're going to boost your metabolic function. You're going to increase your NAD levels. NAD is a molecule in our body that we need for life and longevity. And as we exercise more, we feel better. That's because your NAD levels are going up. Okay. Increased energy for sure. The adversity that we experience when we exercise, again, forces our body to up level, and it triggers what are called longevity genes. There are 3 main types of longevity genes in our bodies, and there's all kinds of science behind this. But then our bodies then do good, those longevity genes do good things for our bodies. They make us live longer and live healthier and better, okay? It stops disease in its tracks. We experience certainly better sleep. I think if anyone who's ever exercised, I certainly sleep better when I'm regularly exercising.
There's a lot of research behind that.
Lots of research behind that.
Better sleep when you exercise.
And then last but not least, if you exercise for any period of time, you're going to find your blood pressure and cholesterol going down for sure. And it raises your glucose sensitivity. As we age, we get less sensitive to glucose that we take in, and that leads to all kinds of problems. We want our bodies, our insulin function to be optimal.
By the way, can I share the thing about squats right there?
Sure.
So I just heard this tip. I'm following a lot of people that are trying to find, that are wearing those continuous glucose monitors, and they're watching their blood sugar levels and using the MetaPower Assist before meals to help keep the curve really from spiking. And we've heard that going for a walk after your big meal of the day is really helpful. And if you can't go for a 30-minute walk, make it a 10-minute walk. 15-minute walk
Whatever
is still worth it. But what I also heard was that squats, if you can do 20 to 30 squats after your meals, it helps to trigger something in your body. I don't know the science behind it, but just those 20 to 30 squats can help also keep your blood sugar from spiking after your meals. And when I shared that with Gary, he's like, oh, and that's also really awesome exercise for your hip flexibility.
And when she says squat, she doesn't mean you grab a big old bar and a bunch of weight. She means just squatting right in place, okay? And you can do jump squats too if you want to up level that. I told her I wouldn't do this on screen, but it's amazing. And so it can get your heart going and you just feel really good. Last slide for me is to wrap this one up for me is this is the sum of what we just shared so far. So 3 levels: low intensive workouts, high intensive, like more vigorous workouts, and muscle building. Get off your butt at the end of the day. Now, everybody's at a different place. We want to make sure we got this point across. What you do, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's not going to be perfect every time, but the fact is movement is the key. Your body loves it and you'll feel better and live longer.
Yeah. Like don't let perfection rob you of the opportunity to just get started. You know, I think that's, I've been in that place I used to have a really good routine that got kind of messed up when we started homeschooling and changed our life around. And I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I really want to figure out how to make that work again. And it's not. So I instead like figure out something that will work for you and just start with it and fumble your way through if necessary. Yes, Trisha, I like that you put, don't let perfection rob you of the opportunity to just get started. Oh, you quoting me. That was my quote. Nice. There.
Oh, that person is wise.
Okay, so now that we're talking about moving our body, we want to give you some tools to help assist you as you're moving. So what doTERRA products do you likely already have in your toolkit that you can use to help assist you and make this even easier? Okay, so Gary already just mentioned some of this, but the whole new MetaPower line that doTERRA released is amazing. And we really encourage, for those of you that feel like, wow, I'd really love to have more energy boost and actually feel more inspired to want to exercise, just start taking that MetaPower Advantage, the sachet, mix it in with some water and just down that in the morning. And I promise like the energy that it's going to give you. And so many people actually describe that when they started taking that it makes them want, they have energy to burn.
This guy right here. Yeah.
And they're like, I want to move. I like actually feel like I got to go outside and get some fresh air and move my body around. And it's so fantastic. So, and then also the foundation is good nutrition, right? That's what we talked about. The whole month of February was focused on nutrition. And so we're going to carry that through this month. The more nutrient dense food that you have, good, healthy, nutritious meals, and that can all be supplemented with the amazing lifelong vitality pack to fill in those gaps of the nutrients that are missing from our diet. Okay. Take that every single day to help give you more energy, more focus, better sleep, and better recovery from working out. That's so speaking about recovery, one of the best product lines is the doTERRA Deep Blue line. And there's a lot of variety. They have the supplements, which is actually the polyphenols. So instead of like anytime that we're feeling achy or we're like, oh, I'm going to go for a workout tomorrow that I haven't done in a while and I'm going to feel it, then we'll take some of those in advance. So take the Deep Blue polyphenols before and after. And then the same thing with the Deep Blue products. If you haven't done squats in a long time, and I just encourage you to maybe try doing some more squats, you're going to feel that. So maybe use some of those Deep Blue products on your legs before and after. Okay. I love the Deep Blue stick that has the copaiba in it because it's not messy. And so a lot of times I'll just rub that right on my neck and my shoulders, and you don't even have to rub it in with your fingers. Okay. You might want to snag a screenshot of this. These are some of the greatest oils out there to help exercise, and it says right on the screen what they're for. So frankincense, for example, to help with our cellular health, and when our cells are nice and healthy, it's going to help our body feel boosted and more energized and inspired to actually work out. Aroma Touch, I love using this oil in a bath, like an Epsom salt soaking bath with the Aroma Touch in there. If you're feeling the workout, do that. For circulation, anybody that deals with some circulation issues, cypress is a really great one for that. And you can just put that in with lotion and massage that all over. I'm not going to go through the rest of these one by one because you're familiar, but grab a screenshot of that. Okay. Now, who else can agree that maybe the reason you haven't worked out on a consistent basis might just be because you feel worn out?
Yeah.
Do you feel tired? Do you feel like you're dragging? And when you're dragging and worn out, the last thing we want to do is go exercise, even if it means just walking up and down the stairs in your house, right? So I have this energy protocol I wanted to share with you, and this is great. So grab a screenshot of this one as well. So first of all, at the foundation here for energy is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I take 2 of each of these every morning in the morning with my MetaPower Advantage. That's my routine. Okay. And then I take another 2 of each of these with my evening meal. Mito2 Max, we haven't mentioned that one yet, but that is a energy boosting. It's like energy and stamina complex. It's all natural herbs that are in a little capsule. It's actually a lot of the same things that are in the Alpha CRS, but you're getting more of them. So it's like a bonus pack of all those, the energy cofactors that are in the Alpha CRS. And the thing that I love about Mito2 Max is it gives you that energy boost, but it's not a caffeine buzz. It's not like a high and then you're going to crash. And it's not a chemical buzz. The only way that I notice it is that in the afternoon when I used to feel so lethargic and I would walk by the couch and wish that I was laying on the couch, I'll now get to the end of the day and be like, I didn't ever notice that. I felt great, sustained, natural energy all day long because the things in here help the mitochondria in your cells produce more natural energy. Yep. Okay. And then the peppermint and cardamom, I thought that was a really great tip to put this in a capsule and take it as needed. And then to diffuse citrus oils. Diffusing citrus oils in your house will give you a mood and energy boost. And then rosemary is really great for your mind and mental boost. Okay. Now, another thing that keeps people from moving their body on a regular basis is pain. How many of you out there deal with occasional pain? Some of you might even deal with chronic pain and tension or headaches or different things like that. So I want you to really pay close attention. You'll probably take a screenshot of a couple of these next upcoming slides, but we don't want pain to get in the way and be a prevention of you, because guess what? If you can help to manage your pain and heal from the inside out, that moving and get your body to move and push to the other side of that, there is longevity. We want to live a long time and we want to live life that we're feeling healthy and active and great in those years that we're living. Okay. So the lifelong vitality pack, I'm going to touch on this a little bit more. So this slide says, how does LLV support my chronic pain, emotional pain, or occasional pain? And I want you to get really honest with yourself and see if you deal with any of these. Maybe you didn't think about emotional pain, but that is a very real thing. For some of us, maybe the reason we're not moving our body on a regular basis is because of just feeling lethargic or down, or dealing with like the seasonal blues. You know, we're in the middle of a winter season where we don't get as much sunshine. So maybe rate yourself and be real honest how you're doing in each of these different categories. Announcing something right now. You may have seen this today earlier. I dropped it, a little sneak peek about this in our Team Healthy Essentials Facebook group, but we are putting a challenge out to everybody this month. We're going to do a whole month-long challenge with a team, and we're calling it the Power to Move in March. And we have a special tracker that Leanne Stork and I worked to create for you all. And so grab that QR code with, scan it. The way that you do that, if you don't know, you can just open up the camera on your phone and point it right towards the screen and scan that QR code. And then it's going to pop open to a Google Doc or a Google folder where Gary saved both of these documents for you. So if you want to snag those right now, and if you don't know how to do the QR code reader, then just see if you can type in that little bit.ly link into another browser, or you can take a screenshot of that if you want to circle back to this later. But we really want to give you these resources that we've created. So the first page is actually the tracker. And then the second page is a habit tracker, which is not just tracking movement, but it's also encouraging you to track a lot of those things that we were focusing on last month, like increasing your water uptake, making sure you're drinking lots of water. Are you focusing on enough fruits and vegetables every day? And then what doTERRA products are you incorporating every day along with your movement and your water drinking? And then what are you reading? And then what's making you smile? So there's a little checkbox for that every single day of this month. So we want you to join us, and we are going to be, here's our challenge that we're putting out to you. Some of us are going to focus on trying to move every single day. Move at least
something
whatever
that is for you.
And you've got to, this is up to you, that you're going to be accountable to yourself. If you're already super active, then maybe just, like maybe just pushing yourself or trying some new different things, If you're not active at all, then going up and down
4,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
Start there.
Yeah.
Right?
So this little tracker is for you to use, and I would love it if you try to do some type of movement every day.
Yes.
But for the sake of this challenge, we're putting it out to you. If you can commit to do 15, if you move your body in some significant way, 15 days out of for the rest of the month. So there's 30 days left of the month because today's March 2nd.
Yeah.
So we got 30 days.
There's 32 days in March. Wow.
Stop. Then listen, we want to reward you by, there's a place in Team Healthy Essentials that we're collecting these at the end of the month. So you can print this off and just check the boxes, or you can save this on your phone, and then you can use like a little emoji that you put over top, like a stamp of the day. And at the end of the month, we're gonna, whoever has turned it in, so we hope we get like hundreds of submissions for those of you that are participating. Spread the word to your teams and your friends.
And why do they want to do this? Kara?
Because we're going to do a huge raffle giveaway. Okay. So instead of doing a wheel of names drawing tonight, we're going to really up the ante, and we're going to give hundreds of dollars of free products away. Not necessarily these products. That's just a generic picture that I could find to represent. We're going to do even bigger, better amounts of products, I think, than this. But there's going to be ways that you can get more chances to win. And we're going to be putting that all month long in Team Healthy Essentials. So here's one more chance to snag that QR code if you didn't already, or type in this bit.ly link to make sure you're a member of Team Healthy Essentials, because that's where we're going to be collecting. That's where we're going to be tracking and holding each other accountable, and posting inspirational things all month long to go along with this challenge. So without further delay, we're going to invite some of our co-collaborators and special guests that are going to share with you, and they're going to share their screens with all of us and give us some fun ideas on creative ways we can move our bodies. So let me stop the screen share, and let me adjust my screen a little bit here. Okay, bear with me. Trisha Doran, we are going to have you go first, actually. So you can take the mic.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
We sure can.
Okay. Very, very good. So I am a dance teacher. I teach a lot of different things, but I teach adults, and I have them in a tap class. And one thing I really appreciate about adulthood and movement in dance is that it's not just physical. You can run and you can walk, and you're not necessarily engaging your mind. But when you are dancing, for example, you are very much engaging your mind. So I have a couple of screenshots, and then I'm going to give you a couple of exercises that you can try to do, which engage your mind, because there is a huge connection between muscle memory, movement, and stimulating your mind and making those connections. So mindful movement really does matter. I like using oils topically to kind of help support the mind. And I think these that I've listed on the page are great because they help with both your mind as well as your body. So the Super Mint roll on, or the Motivate, putting on the back of your neck, or for internally pop a bead lid in or frankincense into the tongue, or get the diffuser going with cheer, wild orange, and peppermint. Set the mood and then get moving. So there are a lot of benefits when you are utilizing your brain and movement. Take a screenshot of this because I'm going to turn it off. But I was looking for some people pictures to kind of demonstrate. I'm actually going to walk you through doing these little movements of the pictures here. So take a screenshot if you want. I call this like doing the upside down side arm exercises. I encourage you to try it, repeat it 10 times, then try it to music, then try to reverse it, try different variations, crossing over the midline, things like that. So let me stop the screen share so that you guys can see. Okay, can you guys see me okay? Okay. Hopefully this is okay. I just changed it to make sure you can see me good. Okay. One thing we do in dance classes, we start with something easy and then we add to it. So easy plus one. And one example of something easy plus one that you can even try is the whole patting your head and rubbing your belly. You know, like a lot of times we start it and we try to do them at the same time. But what if you just pat your head, then you stop thinking about it, and then you just incorporate rubbing the belly. So the one exercise I was going to suggest is that arm thing. So you guys can do this right now while you're sitting in your chairs. Take your right arm and go up and side and down and side, up and side and down and side. And you just keep doing it over and over. Then practice the other arm, up and down, up and down, up and down. I love seeing everyone's arms going up and down. This is great. Up and down. So now that up and down arm can go pretty easily without you thinking about it. We're going to slow it down a little bit and we're going to incorporate both arms. So don't think about the up and down arm. It's going to go by itself. Think about the up and then side and then down and then side. You just did those 4 pictures that I had at the top of that screen, and then you can do it again. Up, and I'm just thinking about the harder of the two. Side, down, side. That other arm's automatic. Up, side, down, side. And so you're moving. You could add weights to this, but you're incorporating and you're using your mind at the same time. So once you do that, easy plus one, make it harder. You can go a little faster if you want to. Or something else I think is really great is put music on. Put music on, find the beat. I don't have music on right now, but then you can go to the beat of the music. Pick a faster song. Have fun with it. And then another thing you can do, and I highly recommend you do this because all dance teachers do this. We always say, okay, do the other side, reverse it. So then you start with, okay, the other arm's going to go for 3. Let's do this for like 30 seconds. Up, side, down, side. I'll do one more. Side, down, side. Now let's get the other arm just going up and down. Do one and then do the other. We'll go one more time with this, and then we'll slow it down and incorporate both arms. Up, side, down, side. Up, and you can say it too. Side, down, side. You're going to be laying in bed tonight thinking up, side, down, and side. So another variation that you can do is maybe take out the side, and instead of going up, side, down, side, it would look like this: up, side, down, up, side, down, up, side, down. So you're eventually you have muscle memory and you don't have to think about it. And you can stand in front of a computer and talk to people on the screen and do it. And your body's just doing the motions. And another thing that you can do is crossing over the midline. When we cross over the midline, that's really, really good for our mental support. So you could do the up and the side and the down and the side like that. Up, side, down, side. And then if we were to reverse it, because I want to reverse everything, this will be the last thing I do. Up, side, down, side. Up, side, down, side. So that's just one way to incorporate your mind into your movement. I highly recommend go to a class if you're local and you want to take my tap class, come on down. That's amazing things you can do with your feet. But that is all I wanted to share. Use your brain and enjoy occupying your mind as you're doing your movement. And you may find that you don't even realize you're exercising.
Yay.
That was awesome.
So
Thank you, Trisha.
good.
Yeah, so good.
I don't know if you saw Gary about knocking me out.
I'm
Over
like, oh,
here.
here's my chance. Wow.
It's really good, and I like the comments. One gal asked, "What does it mean when you can do one side but not the other?" And I think that's probably really normal for a lot of us.
So it is so normal. It is completely normal. Like Amy will know. Amy's a dancer. Every dancer has a dominant side. We all have a dominant side, whether we're playing sports or whether we're doing handwriting. You always have a dominant side. So my encouragement would be start with the non-dominant side that is less easy for you, and start there, and then go to the other side and then go back, so that eventually you can be ambidextrous in whatever you're practicing. And then you'll get to another challenge and you'll have a dominant side, and you kind of like even it out. So just keep practicing and go slow. Don't go fast and do things unless you feel like you've got the muscle memory. You don't have to think about it anymore.
Love it. Good
Thank you,
tips.
Trisha.
All right, next we're going to turn the screen over to my amazing parents, Mark and Lori Voss. And this is back by popular demand. Once upon a time, a while ago, they shared a little workout routine that they have that they call the Razzle Dazzle. And so, Lori and Mark, we are excited for you to razzle and dazzle us.
Woo! Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, Dr. Phil had a guest on several years ago, and we watched her talk about in the morning, if you just do a quick razzle dazzle, your metabolism will be really geared up. And it's very simple. There's a few elements involved, but each one of them is 30 seconds long. So that's the easiest. You can razzle dazzle it, or you can hokey pokey it. You know,
how fast or slow you want to go.
So we're not going to give you the number of reps, but you just determine if you're a hokey pokey or a razzle dazzle and get started. So why don't you tell
So, and I just want to say off the top that for a long time, I've said that exercise is the magic pill to longevity, to the fountain of youth, or whatever. I totally believe that. And so, yeah, it's been an important part of my life for a long time, both of our lives. But okay, so the four parts of the razzle dazzle, so the very first thing is sort of like cardio and then a plank. So the first thing is running in place, 30 seconds. Then you do this plank move that I'll show you. Then you do the second thing is with weights, you're doing squats, okay, or like Gary was showing. Then you do the plank move in between. And then the third move of the cardio move is jumping jacks. So we're going to show the cardio things together, just not the full 30 seconds of everything. We'll just show you what they look like. And then I'll show you the squats, the planks, so he can move the camera.
So here's how it goes. I say, Lori, let's go do the razzle dazzle. She gets excited when I say that. Okay, ready, set, go. 1, 2. We do 50 counts in 30
This is the running in
seconds.
place.
Okay, now we're done with that. So she gets down and does these plank things.
We
okay?
do. We both do.
All right, and then the next thing is what?
The
Weights.
squats,
Yeah.
and I'm doing it with weights, and he's doing it without weights.
I use it without weights.
Start. Let's see if you can see me. when I go down, up. And with the squats, be careful that you keep your knees behind your toes or you're gonna hurt your knees.
And
So
after
that's
that's 30 seconds of that, and we do planks again. And I'm breathing heavily, Gary, you'll be real happy about that. All right, then we get up and we do, I think it's the hardest thing. She does jumping jacks, I do the gorilla. Ready? Go. I know, it feels kind of ridiculous. So, but for me, you know, that's the old gorilla. And then we finish off with doing the plank again. Lori's gonna demonstrate that.
That's a set. And then you can do as many sets of that as you want. Each set's 3 minutes. All right, you want me to show you the plank?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna back this up a bit.
If you've never seen a plank before, Lori does a pretty good one.
There's a lot of ways that you can do it, but this is one you're supposed to move like this and do it. It's about 6 or 8 of them, depending how fast you do it, is in 30 seconds. And you just got to make sure you keep your back straight and your butt up.
She can do 6, I can do 3. Okay, anyway, that is it. We do that one set. We have a high five and we go at set number 2 and high five set 3. And then
Whoops.
I do a deep squat over the toilet. And, oh, I'm sorry.
You know what we like about this is that it's quick and easy. It's usually not our entire workout of the day. We usually go up for another walk, but it's fast, it's easy, and it gets things moving. It gets your metabolism revved up. So that's it.
That's it.
Great job. That's awesome. Hey,
Thank
is there
you.
still time in there after you're done to go to Dunkin' Donuts? I'm just
We do
kidding.
have ice cream for tonight.
But we've already got our 9,000 steps in today. So
Nice.
Amazing. That is so easy and yet so inspiring. And there should be no excuses. I mean, I'm watching this going, there should be no excuses why I can't do something simple like that in our own living
exactly.
room, you know?
It doesn't take anything fancy at all. You can do it with music. We sometimes do it when we're watching the news or the Today Show or something in the morning.
All right, we have one last share. We have Amy Miser that I've asked to share. She has shared a really special app with me that has made a huge impact on her that I thought you all would love to hear about. And Amy is also she's also a dancer and a dance teacher. And so she loves moving her body. Amy Miser, are you out there? Let me see. You know what? Maybe I didn't.
I am.
Oh, good. Oh, great. There you are. Wonderful. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, I'll keep it short and sweet, but I've been moving all my life, so dancing is so important. But it's fun. I truly believe if you're going to stick with something, find something you enjoy. And I've seen people put in gardening. It's great. I love dancing. I ballroom dance, so it's kind of fun. Live music, and we'll dance all night around the tables. And the looks that people give us are kind of fun. But I found an app, and actually, Susan during a convention last year caught me exercising with it, and then one morning beforehand. It's called Fit On. I'm not. I can't see my screen. Just Fit, F-I-T-O-N. Fit On is app. You can do it absolutely free. You can set it up so they'll give you recommendations every single week if you want. You can take it or leave it. One of the beautiful things is I have a lot of family and friends that have got on it, and they have it for every single person. So you can look up a 5-minute stretch, or you can do a 30-minute HIIT workout. So you can really just take it as you need it. Also by what time you have. Like today was a really successful day for me. So my workout was like 20 minutes, but normally I do about 30 to 40. But you can do, my mom will get on there and do a 10-minute stretch workout. And then another friend of mine will do plank challenges. It's just great. You can use it for all ages. They have everything from yoga, Pilates, HIIT, strength, toning. They have dancing. They have I'm not sure what the age restriction is, but after a certain age, you even get a senior section. Because I know my mom and my aunt have access to a senior list of workouts, which I don't have privy to. So I truly just think find something you enjoy and go for it. If you like yoga, more power to you. I've been finding a lot of fun with HIIT and strength. And plus walking very active dogs tend to help a lot too. So fit on. And if anyone joins it, please look me up. I would love to be your friend and we can challenge each other and cheer each other on.
Thank you. Thank you, Amy. I just putting a ton of stuff in the chat for all of you. Fit On is the name of the app and she shared it with me. So we're linked up on there, which is great. And also I just loved hearing from a variety of you that shared all the things that you're doing. Everyone that shared, you all are busy with full lives, a lot going on, and you're finding ways to get movement in and make it a priority. And that's what we're all here to try. And so we really want you as part of our challenge this month. We hope that you download those different trackers and we want you engaging with us. And if you can make a commitment, if you're going to join us and make a commitment to try and move your body in some significant way, at least 15 of the days that we have left in March, I want you to put a comment in the chat and just say that you're in, okay? And
Aspiring Leaders link.
I shared the Aspiring Leaders
good.
link.
Awesome.
And I also
Yes.
shared the attendance link tonight. So the keyword is move. So we just want to be able to keep track of everybody that's showing up so we can keep in touch with you more
Did you
easily.
mention that you put the link?
I did. I put it all in there. It's
Okay.
in the chat. So the Aspiring Leaders class, if you didn't hear that announcement in the beginning, we are teaching our first one in a long
week from
time,
today.
and it's going to be next Thursday at the same time. But you need
The link is in
the
there.
need the new link
Get
because
ready.
it's a different Zoom link.
That's right.
Okay. All right. And we are over time, and I
And Zoom is
somehow
glitching.
it's being glitchy. I don't know if it's acting glitchy on your ends. Let me change the view to gallery. Okay.
Thank you,
There we go.
everybody.
Thank you so much for Zooming in with us.
Yep.
I hope you all are feeling inspired. I'm seeing several of you saying, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in, all in. Awesome. Well, we didn't say this implicitly in the class, but tell somebody else that you're in, somebody else that's maybe in this group or that you want to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you all to at least get 1 or 2 or 3 partners or buddies that you're going to agree to, like, we're going to be in this movement challenge together so that you can even just be like texting each other every day. Hey, what did you do to move your body today? Or did you know, like,
I have thought too, this class and this month could be a spark that keeps you moving the rest of your life, because once you make it a habit, you'll find you'll want to keep doing it. So that's our prayer for all of us. Okay?
yes. In fact, I love when I talked to Amy Miser about what she was going to share. She's like, I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, you get addicted
every
to it,
single
right?
day, like
Yeah.
it's such a priority. I look so much forward to it that I
Yep.
can't not move.
That's a great place
And
to
that
be.
is
That's a great
where
place to be.
I
Yeah.
aspire to have that same perspective too.
Yep.
So thank you all for being here. We will see you in Team Healthy Essentials. I want you to tune in. Be sure you're checking your text reminders, your email updates, and we're going to be having check-ins throughout the month. And every single Thursday, there's going to be somebody we're going to drop a special video in our Team Healthy Essentials of one of you that is sharing your favorite ways to move and incorporate doTERRA oils and different products. So
So thank you,
all right.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Over and out.